Hey everybody, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to episode 6 of Show and Tell. We've been on a roll. Shout out to my producer Zach. We've been doing this. Thank you all so much for coming and tuning in. I hope you got something to smoke or something to drink because we're about to chill. We're about to talk to one of my faves in the city, one of my favorite rappers in the city. I was so excited when he agreed to come on to the show and just come kick it with me. I was like, yes, it's cool because I've been a fan of his music for a while now, a few years now, and it's just good vibes. I mean, like it's always good to sit down and talk to somebody from your city and just be relatable as well. I know y'all love the Doughboy Dre interview. I got a lot of good feedback from that, so I'm excited just to keep it rolling, to keep it going. Make sure you like this, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and also be sure to share this link. Share the link with whoever your friends are or your fam. Whoever wants to watch, let them know. So I'm going to go ahead and stop talking because this is not what y'all always tuned in for. Zach, can you make them stop talking? Sorry, I don't mean to do that. We got a little background noise. Anyway, also, as you know, we're live here at Replay Cafe, like we're always here, vibing, having a good time. I hope you love the new setup, by the way. Shout out to Zach. He's really great at producing. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to just go ahead. My guest today is Mr. Overcame Various Losses, Mr. OVL, Overlord, Scooch. You come on in, Scooch. Come on, give me a hug. AKA also Doughboy Scooch, but hello. Thank you so much for coming. I'm good. Yes, come here with your backpack. Oh, I wonder what you got for show and tell. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You too cool.
What I bring already?
Oh yeah, but you ain't gotta show me right now. I'm gonna talk to you for a little bit.
Got you.
I'm gonna talk to you for a little bit first, and then
It's a nice setup in here. I like this.
Thank you. Hold on. I think that my producer's gonna try to quiet the noise in the background. But yes, thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited. It just feels so cheesy.
I'm excited. Appreciate it.
I'm excited for it. I mean, this is the last time. It's been a while since you've done it. How long has it been since you've done an interview?
Last interview, I can't even remember. I don't even know. To be honest with you.
Really? Yeah. Pull your mic closer to you because I feel like you just got such a chill voice. I want to make sure that people.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You good?
Yeah, we good. Okay, perfect. Okay, so how long did you say it's been since you've done an interview?
I don't know. It's been a while.
Like years?
Yeah, for sure.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I feel honored. Honored to have you here on my show as my guest. Thank you so much for agreeing to come. This
problem.
is a wonderful time. I can't wait. I'm excited to talk to you, but I'm also excited to do like the lyrics scene that I did with Dre. And like I'm really more so want to test you to see how well you know your lyrics. Anyway, but we about to get okay. So, but anyway, yeah, I really want to know like how did you even get the name Scooch? Like who gave that to you? Was you always scooching around?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was. When I was a baby, my grandmother named me that. So I've been Scooch, my whole life.
Really?
It was Scoochy, but it's just Scoochy, Scooch.
Scoochie Scooch, yeah. Scoochums. No.
I was not Scooch.
Not Scooch.
But no, like I used to kind of like in my bassinet or whatever. I used to always be scooching around. So it just stuck with me.
Oh yeah, you've been on the road for your whole life then, pretty much.
Yeah, on the move. Yeah.
I love that. And so. So it started off with Scooch, and it just something that just kind of just came into you just kept it your whole life.
Yeah,
and decided
it's just my name. It's almost like my real name almost. It's just that's all I've ever been called.
Oh yeah. Did you write that on your papers in school?
No, of course not. It's not my government name.
Sometimes they let you get away with stuff like that.
Yeah, even the teachers were started learning. Start hearing what my nickname was, and they were even you know, they'll be making jokes, but they'll be calling me that as well.
So you started off as you Scooch, and then musically you were Doughboy Scooch.
Not necessarily the music. We was Doughboys. You know, before the music started.
Oh yeah, tell me your how were you part of the Doughboys Cash Out? What was your affiliation? How'd you get a part of the brotherhood?
You know, we came up together as, you know, from babies, like well, at least like me, Keith, Freddie, Dollar. He on a lot of that some of that first Doughboy stuff. Dollar is me, Freddie, Keith, Dre.
Move your mic closer.
Dollar, me, Freddie, Keith, Dre, Dollar. Yeah, that's kind of like the core beginning of the Doughboys.
Right.
Like, if I'm missing somebody, you know, no disrespect, you know, but that's where like the Doughboys kind of started at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you just like, all right.
At school, cause we all went to school together, and we all, you know, we grew up like a family. You know, our parents had us together, you know, when we were young. So.
Yeah. Okay, so like kind of like Dre said, the brotherhood runs very deep. It's like that's your village. These are your brothers you came up with. You're still your brothers to this day.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So. And everybody, then everybody just started doing music. But I remember Dre told me that, Dre had mentioned that you were the first one to really drop a solo project. So did you always know you wanted to do music?
Yeah, I mean, I just was always a big fan of music. As far as like, you know, just watching, you know, the music industry, you know, when I was little, like Tupac was my all around favorite.
Was he?
Yeah, like just, you know, like watching Juice and and all, you know, just all of the movies that you know, that impacted our lives when we was young. But Tupac was definitely like my biggest influence. You know, with the thug life thing, all the tattoos and the, you know, the album covers, and you know, but watching Above the Rim, it just was, you know, just Tupac was kind of like I'm like, yeah, damn. But then I started, you know, venturing off to other artists, but Tupac was the biggest influence. But to answer your question, what was you saying?
You really.
Oh, about me having the first solo
mixtape. But before you get into that though, like you were saying, Tupac is like your biggest artist. I just wanted, like, your biggest influence. When he passed away, like, what did that do to you?
It killed me.
I feel you.
I cried.
That's how I felt about
weeks.
Aaliyah.
I cried for weeks. Like, I mean, you know, like and I was only probably about 7 years old. But I think he died in like 96.
96, yeah.
So yeah, but I cried for weeks, and I just didn't understand, you know, like. And then afterwards, after he passed, and all of those movies I still was watching, and then he was dying. He died in every movie he was in. You know what I'm saying? Even the last movie, Gang Related, he died in that. And Bullet, he died in that. He died in Juice. He died in Above the Rim. So it was like, it really was messing with me, because that was the only way that I could kind of see him again, like watching the movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I cried for weeks. I just remember just being sad, you know, about Tupac, and I just didn't know why. I just wanted to know why.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I really feel you on that. That's how I know when Aaliyah was I've only stanned one artist my whole life, and that was Aaliyah. And like after she passed, I was like, no.
I remember that. That was crazy.
August 25th, 2001. I remember exactly where I was. I was in New Jersey, and I remember seeing that flash. Was it Headline News? Like at my auntie's house, like looking like, oh my gosh, she died. You know, she used her family, my dad used to, they were his clients, and so they used to, she used to send me stuff all the time, like signed, autographed, you know, posters and CDs and like just little trinkets and stuff like that. And I was just, my daddy had me thinking that she was my god sister for a while, but anyway.
It's funny that you said that, because it was a teacher that stayed down the street from me, on on Glastonbury and 7 Mile, and he was one of her teachers at the at her school, and he had a yearbook. This is why she was, you know, saying when I was a kid,
Yeah.
you know, she was like, because I didn't even know she was from Detroit, you know, I didn't know she was from where we was from, and I was like a kid, you know, so he was like, yeah, you know, she went to
DSA.
I think DSA was a performing arts school or something. He taught there,
Or DSA.
and he had a yearbook, and he showed me a picture of her performing at the school, and I was like, whoa, that was weird, yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to you on that. So with him, with Tupac, you know, being your biggest inspiration, like, you know, in your music, right? You know, like that you're heavily, I feel like in a way I would say that you are a lyricist. Is that heavily influenced by Tupac, or like, you know, have you just find your own style, or like what part of your music style is influenced by him?
Maybe like sometimes having a message, like sometimes it's getting money, rocking gold and rocking diamonds, and you know what I'm saying, balling, and you know what I'm saying, drinking champagne, but you know, a lot of times Tupac had a message, like, you know, like stop killing each other, or you know, I got family on drugs, and I want my family to be good. My mother this, you know, I want my mother to be good.
Yeah.
I want all my homeboys around me. You know, I want us all to rap. I want us all to get money from the music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit like that. That's kind of like, maybe that could be like an influence that he.
I can see that in your song "Survivor's Guilt."
Yeah, Survivor's Guilt. Yeah, that's a real one right there. Yeah, stuff like that. Like Survivor's Guilt could probably put me in the mind of like a Lord Knows. You know what I'm saying? Because that's probably my favorite Tupac song, Lord Knows.
Yeah.
It was sad. It was like a real pivotal point in my life. You know, when with the story of Survivor's Guilt.
What was the since we're on that song, like, you know, when you wrote that song, you know, what space were you in?
I mean, it's real. It's you know, it's you know, it really happened.
Yeah.
So it's just really trying to keep my cousin's name alive. You know what I'm saying? It was hard watching, you know what I'm saying, watching him, you know,
take 2 bullets.
Yeah, just watching him, you know, laying down and, you know, breathing his last breaths. And yeah, just it was hard. It was a hard pill to swallow, and sometimes I feel like, you know, maybe we could have did something different. You know, and it always harmed me. That's why, you know, it's a survivor's guilt. Like, it could have been me. You know?
Yeah. I feel like that's like a common theme in your music, is that when you do rap, it's really just like you really are just talking. It's just like you're just talking about your life, and it just happens to just rhyme, and it just happens to have a flow to it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
When you're making music, you know what? Sorry. So like, it seems like you have an experience in life, and then you're like, this is gonna be a song.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make this into a song.
Yeah, and that's why I don't, you know, have a lot of parties, a lot of party music, a lot of turn up, or a lot of, you know what I'm saying, shake your ass, this, that, the other. Cause it'd be a lot of, you know, when I'm on hiatus, it's like, you gotta like live a little bit and then get back to the music.
That helps keep it. I love that. You know what? That's the first time I ever heard anybody really say that, because that is how you maintain authenticity.
Exactly.
In your
yeah. At all costs, though. You know what I'm saying? Because at this the climate we in with music now, it's like it don't even like matter if you putting thought, or you know what I'm saying, what your process is, or none of that. It's like, just go in there and put something on this beat, and then you know, put it out, cause people not really even paying attention to music, or paying attention to what it, you know, the content right now. It's just, you know, they'll listen to some shit for a week or two, and then it's like, You know, it's just in the cloud.
Yeah.
But like, that's just not how I operate. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how I work. That ain't my process. It's like, you know what I'm saying, you really gotta live. You really gotta live. You know what I'm saying, and go through stuff to make the kind of music I make. You know what I'm saying? I could probably compromise myself and you know what I'm saying, be mainstream or try to be mainstream. It's just something I never tried. It's just something that I just know won't be authentic. It won't be Scooch. You know what I'm saying?
Of respect.
Yeah, you know, and we all exaggerate. You know, we all we all exaggerate, but it's like I don't want to just go overboard. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't want to just not be able to even look myself in the mirror. Like if me and my girl, or you know what I'm saying, me and my homeboy is riding in the car, everything that I'm saying is just a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just something. It already makes me uncomfortable even listening to my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Once I put it out, or once I've recorded it, I don't really need to hear it no more. I heard it. You know what I'm saying? You know. So like when somebody feel like they bigging me up when I get in the car and they got me on, it's really like I want you to kind of listen to it when I'm not around. You feel me? Don't try to. You know, don't turn me on while I'm in the car. I heard it already. I don't really want to hear it. You know.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. I feel like I mean, you do have some songs that are like, you know, some good Get Money songs, and that you do have some. Then you have the ones that are really gonna have you like thinking and just kind of like, oh, I'm gonna sit here and blow an L to this and just bob my head to it. And it's, it ain't really like the turn up all the time. Oh, running through the bag is kind of like a
but that's what I mean. But that's when I was living that. That's when I was in that space. You know what I'm saying? Like around that time, like you know, I was young. I was you know, I was in that space. I was, you know, getting money. I was, you know, I didn't. My daughter was a baby. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. That was my first shot at the, you know, at music, and I really wanted to. And again, that's what I was, you know, I was experiencing those type of, you know what I'm saying, them type of experiences. So it was authentic, you know.
Yeah.
And even with me putting Microwave Man on there, that made it even more authentic because nobody kind of knew where he, you know, like knew who he was, or like where he was from.
Yeah.
But I knew who he was from because I used to be out his way. You know what I'm saying? I went to school in Belleville, and I had a lot of homeboys that were from Inkster or from Wayne or from
Ipsy.
Ipsy, stuff like that. So Microwave Man was somebody who I always was hearing about, and I'm like, damn, this nigga, like, yeah. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna put him on this bitch, you know, like, shit, I'm gonna call him because I fuck with his music, so I gotta get him on there,
right?
Yeah. And it worked. And then like, I'm not trying to say that I put him on or nothing, but like after that, like so many more rappers in the city started, you know, I mean, I know he already was in the city moving around too, but I knew him from being out there. But a lot of people, it made the people probably embrace him more.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Shout and the song is fire AF.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, it's a hell of a beat. Hell of a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like and even back then, Hell of a didn't have to do that. He didn't have to, you know, provide me with that type of heat. You know
Shout out to Hell of a.
Yeah, absolutely. And this 2013 we talking about. You know
right.
What I'm saying? He was the hottest thing, the hottest producer around, you know.
Yeah.
And
shit.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Your first project,
right.
A Bronx Tale.
A Bronx Tale.
A Bronx Tale. The first song, well, the leading song out of that was In Deep Thought. You know,
that
was
In Deep Thought. Yeah, that was like the.
that was the
like
breakout song.
That was the only video I shot.
That was the breakout song.
Right. Shout out to DDS. DDS, he from Ipsy.
Did he produce that?
Yeah, he produced that. He also
That's a fire beat too.
he also did I got a little, and I ain't gonna keep veering off, but because we gonna talk about the reason for this first album and everything. But
yes, that's exactly where I was going.
Yeah,
actually, so you might as well just
I got you. So DDS, is a guy. He was sending beats. He sent a lot of beats, and I was running through them, and I'm like, damn, these is like these is real nice. He made a few beats on there. He also made that one with me and Dre.
I love that song. You might
Yeah.
catch me hard in
Yeah.
the desert front run.
So-
Okay, that shit is hard.
Yeah, so we made that. So we made we made that, and then we did it in Deep Thought, and we put it out. So after a while, you know what I'm saying. People, how people be looking at who do what and who do what or whatever. So you know what I'm saying. Certain producers always, they always promote themselves like I made this. You know what I'm saying. So people be tapping in like, oh, you made this, no. So kind of find out. So it was this group called IBGM, Days Loaf and Say It Ain't Tone and all of them, and Oba Roland. Somehow they got wind of DDS, and DDS ended up, and then Days Loaf ended up making Try Me.
Try Me, yeah.
And so DDS, turned up off of that, and I just love how stuff just happened like that organically. You know what I'm saying? Like, for people, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I love that.
Yeah, that was and that was huge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that was a huge
hit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he definitely has a nice. I don't know if was it producers can have an aesthetic or a style, but he has a nice style to it, and the way he can sample the beats so nicely, like
and make original beats. Heavy snares and all of that.
I don't know nothing about any of that though, but I can appreciate good production.
Exactly.
I can appreciate good production, which I feel like is like one of the biggest things that can even make a person first like a song first is if the production is really good,
Absolutely.
and then like the lyrics. So that was your very first project. You were the first one out of your whole crew to put that out. Like, were you nervous about?
Yeah, absolutely, but it was out of because can we drink?
Yeah.
Drink a little?
What you bring to drink?
Got some of this siempre.
Oh, the siempre. The siempre. Siempre, always. Yeah. That's what that means in Espanol. Siempre. Siempre. I'm not a big drinker, but I'll have some.
Have a shot.
Oh wait, yeah, you didn't bless the bottle.
Here you go. Right. Yeah. So
oh, tequila. I always say like tequila, but I'm not claiming that right now. We're not gonna die. Oh. Shout out to Siempre. Siempre tequila.
Much love, yeah.
Oh, is that mine? Oh, thank you. You gave me a little baby shot. Do I have a chase? Cheers. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm nervous. Let me go.
It's smooth. You drunk it all? I didn't drink it all.
Sorry,
we sipping. We ain't in no rush.
Do the shot. Oh, my eyes are watering right now.
Ooh, that might be all you needed. I'm gonna sip mine.
Okay.
Let me know if you need some more.
Okay, I got take some more.
I got you.
So I need like a chaser. Yeah, excuse me. The eyes are.
Siempre.
Always. I'm gonna need like a chaser. Well, it kind of warmed me up a little bit. Oh my goodness, Scooch! I think this is the first time I've ever taken a drink on the show. Look at this! Look at this! All right, I got one of my faves. We over here kicking it. He got me drinking some Siempre. Yeah, maybe I should put some.
Boom.
So boom,
Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale.
We okay now. My homeboys is already in the dealings of finna do the deal.
Oh, talking about when they're about to sign a Jeezy, right?
Right.
Right.
So
And they already put out a few projects. Well, the
yeah,
chances,
absolutely.
not Chance to Make Champion. What is it? We Run the City. Volume 1 was already out.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
2 was out too.
1, 2, and
Free Rock.
yeah, Free Rock. All of that was out prior to the deal. So
Yeah.
um,
Oh.
I'm like, how can I include my I'm always the person that's like, how can I include myself in this? You know what I'm saying? I'm with y'all every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching, and I feel like I'm talented as well. So it's like, I want to do this too. And I've always felt like I had talent, and everything too. But I just wasn't doing that because I was doing something else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I worked a lot. Like while they was like kind of rapping, I kind of was like working a lot. I was in the family business. My dad owned the bar. So,
Shout out to the entrepreneur dads. My dad was an entrepreneur too.
On 6 Mile and Schaefer, it's the bistro now.
Okay.
I worked a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I was in school, so I couldn't really be in the studio with them like as much. So that kind of probably hindered me from like when we got a little older to because they felt like, well, not they felt like, but that's just how I felt. It was always Doughboys. It was always Doughboys Cash Out. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like they already, got their core group. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was always a part of it.
Yeah.
Even with me being on Get Busy, that was my first song. With them, that was my first song ever. That was like put out publicly. So, I was just like, I'm gonna just kind of try to do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? And come out with some music. It was like a core 4 or 5 guys already in a group.
Yeah.
So I feel like put something out, and maybe they'll notice me too. Like maybe one of these labels will notice me too.
Yeah.
Be able to put out my own stuff. And still make music with my niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm not trying to dig into what they already had going on.
Right.
But I feel like I was talented enough to do my own thing. So I put my own project out. As you can see, they was on there. They helped out a lot. I had Dusty McFly, I had Said Ain't Tone, Early Mac, Microwave Man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I had
Dre
Dre, of course. I had the whole squad on there, so it wasn't like it was it wasn't no issues. It just was like, I just wanted to see what I could do.
What you could do, and you did that, and then that shit was hot. That shit was shit was banging.
They was telling me like, man, just guys that I was running into, because back then it was CDs. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like we had.
I remember that in the video.
Yeah.
I think you came out with like a box full of CDs in the video.
That's a funny story. We were at I had left. I was at a friend's house earlier that day, and it was Cinco de Mayo, and I had dropped April 21st. It was my birthday. I dropped April 21st.
Oh, you was Taurus.
Yeah,
Okay.
I dropped April.
Shout out to I love Tauruses.
For sure, April 21st, 2013. So, May 5th.
1993. Sorry.
That's
that
your
came
birthday?
from no, because in Aaliyah's Age Ain't Nothing But a Number at the beginning of the song, she says May 5th, 1993. Got it, Age ain't nothing but so,
You gotta leave it out.
But I told you I'm a huge Aaliyah fan.
For sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
So no. We at Cinco de Mayo. Well, I was at Cinco de Mayo. I came down there by myself, and I went down there with a box of CDs, and my man just dropped me off. I'm like, I'm about to just walk around this bitch and sell CDs. You know what I'm saying? On that type of time.
Some
You know,
real
I'm probably
hustling
gonna know,
shit.
I'm probably gonna know everybody out here anyway. Everybody know me. Everybody fuck with me. So I'm just like, shit. I had a big ass box of CDs, and I just was walking around with them. Everybody I seen that I know, and people that I didn't know. I'm like, shit, $10, and then, you know, I'm like, shit, fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? You support local artists, and you know that spiel.
Yeah, I know
But
that spiel.
I didn't really need to do that because like everybody kind of knew who I was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By way of my niggas. You know what I'm saying? I can never say that I didn't kind of get a head start. You know what I'm saying, by being a part of Doughboys, you know what I'm saying? But I always, you know, I'm always the type to just, you know, want my own identity.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
do
saying?
your own. Yeah, I can respect.
But I just was walking around, and just so happened to run into my niggas. You know what I'm saying? They was doing like they was walking around with McFashion doing doing like a Cinco de Mayo, just a vlog type thing. They was just walking around, and when they walked up on me, that shit was real.
Yeah.
Like, that, like at the end of that video, like,
yeah,
that
when
was,
they all like, ah.
no, that was dead serious. You know, that was like dead
What?
serious. Like that wasn't no rehearsed nothing. I was not with them all day. I was by myself. He said my hair was nappy. You know what I'm saying? I was walking around with a box of CDs and them bitch, and like they was gone. Like by the time I got to them, and like I ran into them. And they were just so happy to see me, and you know everybody was bottle on you, and nigga let's get it, and we have nigga let's get it, woo woo, and you know cause I was really the only one that had their own tape out. You know
Yeah, you were the first.
That whole thing was natural. Like it was
Wow.
not rehearsed, none of that. It wasn't part of the video. It was just a completely different part. I didn't even know McFashion was gonna put that in there. I didn't even know he had that footage.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was recording when I walked up, but then I walked up, until I was like, nigga, this box was full when I got here. Nigga, this shit, these bitches gone. You know what I'm saying? These bitches gone, nigga.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a box full of them.
And they gone. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Wow, I love when things happen so organically and just so. That was alignment. That was alignment right there.
Yeah.
That was alignment. That was beautiful. And yet you can definitely see the genuine like happiness in towards the end of the deep thought and deep thought video.
When you look back, it meant like when I look back at it, it kind of, you know, made me drop a tear. Cause a couple of the guys who was in there ain't here with us.
Ain't here no more. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we done lost a lot of people to the streets. You know what I'm saying? We didn't, you know, it's just a blessing to. It's a blessing to just still be here and, you know, be able to put out music at this capacity. You know what I'm saying?
You got to do it for yourself and for those who didn't make it. So there is a specific time gap, right, between the time you dropped A Bronx Tale and you came out with Not a Bronx Tale 2 was your second album. Overcame Various Losses, the first one. That time gap, what was going on between? Because that was years.
Yeah, so
that was years. What happened between that time?
That hiatus was depression.
That's some real shit.
Depression, finding myself, just, you know, trying to adjust to life. You know, I had a baby, and you know what I'm saying. Things wasn't going like, you know, perfectly how I wanted things to go. You know what I'm saying. You know, I had a woman. You know, it just was. Just living life kind of like life kind of was kicking me in the ass, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I was hustling, you know, little bit here, a little bit there, you know, I might be up 1 month, might be, you know, gambling.
It's
hustling.
Like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. So then even a year after that, it was a year or two after that, then my cousin passed, Tino. So then, like, even after that,
Tino, the one that's mentioned in Survivor's Guilt.
Exactly.
Okay.
He passed. So then it's even more time that I'm just depressed, lost, afraid. You know what I'm saying? Just going through the motions of life. You know what I'm saying? And then I caught a case, caught a drug case, and I was facing prison time, and
How much
so
time?
just a year, but so I had to go do that. But prior to that, prior to me going in, that's when Overcame Various Losses came, and it was really me overcoming shit. You know what I'm saying? Like even though I knew that I was about to go to prison, and I knew that my relationship was probably going down the toilet, and even though I knew I was about to leave my had to leave my kid and my loved ones, that is what made the album. You know what I'm saying? Like that struggle, like that's what made Overcame Various Losses. Like most of the songs on there were you know what I'm saying, real life situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that album didn't have too many like turn up type of
Yeah,
songs on
yeah.
that album was just like straight lyrics,
Mhm.
like telling things, like
Yeah.
just speaking your life throughout that whole album.
Yeah, and I feel like that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? Like that one right there. That's when I kind of separated myself from other artists, kind of almost. You know what I'm saying? Like humbly, respectfully. You know.
Shout out to my girl Kiki, cause she on that album.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kiki,
absolutely.
I love you.
Very talented. Very talented. Kiki Alexandria.
Kiki
yes.
Alexandria, that's my baby.
And she got
My
so
Leo
much
love.
range. She has way more range than even on that song. She's a real artist. She's a real singer.
And I be texting her all the time, like, Kiki, go to the studio. Kiki, go to the studio. Did you go to the studio this week?
Yeah.
Did you go to the studio?
Yeah.
Kiki, like,
Yeah.
I be on her head. I'm gonna be like, Kiki.
Kiki is. She knows what she is.
Right. She's the only person she's the only person that very few people that can randomly FaceTime me and I will answer.
Very
and she
talented,
is one. Very
talented,
yes.
very
Amazing
nice.
and just good energy.
Yeah.
Just good
always,
energy. I love her.
Always.
Yeah.
She was hanging around. She was hanging with us tough. Around the time that I was making that, you know what I'm saying? She used to just come to the studio and just chill, you know, like she was one of she's a real one.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. Shout out to Kiki.
Shout out to you, Kiki. Yeah. I love you. So we got Overcame Various Losses. Then we have Shine in the Dark.
Okay, we got Overcame Various Losses. Then we got
Bronx Tale 2.
Bronx Tale 2. Right.
Then we got Shine in the Dark.
Right.
Yeah. And so from that, after you had dropped Overcame Various Losses, and then I do remember in one of your songs.
Then I had to go do the time. So,
yes, and during that time, your grandmother passed away while you were doing the bid. What was going like? Okay, so I feel like this is what I want to know, because I feel like while you had to be there, because your grandmother gave you the nickname, and I imagine that you were very close to your grandmother.
Right.
What did that do to your soul? The fact that you had to be in prison and you had to lose your grandmother.
And the thing is, I didn't know she was sick. I didn't know nothing was going on. So from the time so my people didn't want to even tell my grandma and my granddaddy that I had to leave. So because they live in Louisiana.
She probably was looking for you.
Right. So they didn't even want to tell them that that I had to go leave. So I was in there probably a month or two, and they like, damn, where's Scooch at? You know what I'm saying? So they finally told them, and it fucked them up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But they like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, woo, okay. So I started calling them a little more. You know what I'm saying? So we was talking. I talked to my grandma maybe 2 or 3 times the whole time I was in there. But I was on my way home. And I called home, and this is when I was in boot camp at this time. So boot camp is like way more strict than prison. So like you can only use the phone. You can't use the phone for the first 30 days, period, to call anyone, to send a letter, to do nothing. You can't do no type of correspondence with any human beings outside of that place for 30 days. So
damn.
my first initial phone call was, of course, to my kid, to my daughter, and to her mom, to my my lady.
Respect to the lady.
Right.
Much love to the lady.
I call and I'm like, hey, what's going on? She like, oh, nothing, your mama and them out of town. They down there in Louisiana. And I'm like, what they down? Okay, well, what they down there for? Let me talk to my baby. So I talk to my daughter. She get back on the phone and she like, yeah, I think it's something wrong with your grandma. Da 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 da. So I'm like, so at this point you can use the phone once a week. So the next week, I can't wait to get to the phone. I run to the phone and I call my mom this time, and I'm like, it's only one phone call. So I call my mom and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Woo, woo. She like, Scoochie, I'm gonna need you to be strong and da 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 da. I'm like, what's going on? And we gotta stand at this phone so crazy. We gotta stand like with our arms behind our hand. Like it was just like all of that shit kind of was going out the window kind of when I'm hearing this news that I'm finna hear. So she like, yeah, we just buried your grandma, and you know what I'm saying, and we got like, we down here now. We just left the repast, and da da da. And I'm like, damn, like this shit is crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? I had to just, and there you don't really got time to grieve. You don't got time to, you can't even down there talk in there. So it's like I just, did my about face and went back in my room. You know what I'm saying? And I just sat in the room for a minute and I just was like, damn. Like I told my bunkie, but you can't really talk to nobody. I'm like, my grandma died, dog. The one she raised me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was like that was like the biggest, a few people died in there while I was in there though. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I got there, Rock got killed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just like, I'm like, damn, like I can't keep, like, it'd be fucked up. You come in this bitch and people just be you know what I'm saying? People just be gone. People you talk to, people you love, like, yeah. But that was her and Rock. That was, and me and Rock had been spending so much time together before I went in because he was telling me about how it was about to be because he did time before. So
yeah. Rest in peace to Rock. Rest in peace to your grandmother. So
Absolutely.
When you found this out, like you had to have been going through something mentally. You had to have a conversation with yourself, and you had to have let yourself know, like, hey, I'm not about to be doing this shit again. I'm not about to be up in this ever again. Like, what was the thought process going on with you during that time after you didn't got the news about Rock, got the news about your grandmother? You was like, okay, when I get out of here, it's game on. Like, what did that whole process look like?
I already was on my way home. I was so close to being home. I probably had a month left when I found that out. So I'm like, all right, let me get out here and.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. We just,
Need some more?
Listen.
Refill. You're feeling good now.
I am. You got me over here damn near in tears. I'm like, you're
right. I'm like, right.
Oh my gosh. I can relate though because I've never been in prison. I've never been in jail. But my grandfather and I were very close.
Right.
And when my grandfather passed away, like, your grandparents are so
they be more essential than your real parents.
For
like,
real.
They're not more essential, but like my grandma raised me. You know what I'm saying? My mama had me so young. Mm-hmm. It was like she was finding herself. My parents had me when they were super young.
Yeah.
So it was like my grandparents raised me. You know what I'm saying? And for that to happen, and so now my granddaddy still miss his wife, you know what I'm saying? He always talk about, your grandma, you know what I'm saying? Because now I got a baby boy.
Oh, congratulations on you! Oh, you got a son. That's good.
Yeah, so he always be like, your grandma would have loved to see him. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you got out. So grandmother Rock passed. You on your way home. You got out. You finally out.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's game time. Like.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's when you started dropping consistently. I started seeing you on projects more.
Because I had to
catch up.
First, I wanted my family back.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Shout out to you for wanting your family back because you've talked about your lady. It seems like you've been with her years.
Right.
You ain't done switched up or got no new. I mean, I don't know what you did, but
Right.
like she has been with you, rocking with you throughout this whole time, like
Right.
holding you down. You know,
Absolutely.
y'all have the kids. You share the same. They have the same mom. Like, shout out to you for really being a stand-up guy and being a family man. I mean, it seems like you've had great examples with your grandparents.
Yeah, my
like,
dad as well.
I love that. So you got your family back, which good.
Yeah,
A1 for you. Because I remember in the song Angel, you was talking about that. Like, you was trying to sing
Angel.
Angel, you was trying to sing Gift. She was like, nah, we over. And you were just like, no.
Yeah, it was rough. You know what I'm saying? But it was out of, I think that was mostly out of just her becoming a woman and knowing that she has to do this regardless, like whether a man is there for her or not.
Yeah.
And I respect that so much about her.
Yeah.
Any woman, any strong independent woman, they shouldn't have to go through as much as they go through, especially women in the inner city that deal with guys like me. You know what I'm saying? That guys that hustle and be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a strong individual. So it really was more or less of her. You know what I'm saying? Just like I gotta do this regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she still got the same attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like she's successful. We both we complement each other.
Good.
But
I love that. I love
getting out the music. It was a lot of stuff that I felt that I needed to prove. You know what I'm saying? That I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? When I first came home, when I first came home, probably my first 2-3 months home, I did a Ross concert. It was like at the Masonic Temple.
Okay.
I fuck around and paid like $5,000 to open
perform.
up for him. You know what I'm saying?
Who did you open up for?
Rick Ross.
Okay. Like, put your microphone closer because there's a little feedback in the background, and I don't want them to miss what you got to say because you be saying some shit.
Yeah. So shit. Like,
shout out to you for 5,000. Okay. I just seen that Rudy had just sent him like a message and say let's get this millions, and Rick Ross was like, you get wait. I don't know what the fuck he said. You missing out on.
He said we missing out on.
We missing out on millions, and he was like, you missing out on.
Man, Rudy,
I want you on here too.
Rudy, that kind. He want it. He gonna figure it out.
Yeah, and he better because listen, he done went through some shit. Like they done tried to off him a few times, but shout out to him for still being here. He got a purpose. Anyway,
shout out to Rudy for sure.
Shout out to Rudy. Anyway, okay,
so I do the concert and I'm running into so I'm kind of the only one from my clique that's even there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like everybody who was anybody else was probably performing that day. I don't know if they did what I had to do it, or if they might have been invited. I don't know.
Whatever, but you paid the cost to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it like that. I mean, I really felt stupid after doing it, but I mean, it was still worth it. It felt good, because the crowd accepted me. It was a big crowd, and it was packed. But I wasn't nervous. I wasn't afraid. I felt like I was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was on there for like 10-15 minutes, and like. That's a long time.
That is, How many songs did you perform? That's like about 5. 10, 3 songs maybe if they're like 5 minutes.
Man, you might get booed off stage doing
5,
some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes and they waiting on Rick Ross to come out, or waiting on the other Detroit artist that's bigger than you to come out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got Peasy on there. We got
shout out to Peasy.
It was like a lot. Sadiddy. It was. Everybody who was anybody at that time, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They was performing, you know what I'm saying, as well. But I made it happen for myself. we got up there and we did our thing.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. Usually we don't have so many additional people here on Tuesdays, but it's it is what it is. But continue. Sorry. You was doing your thing.
Yeah, we did our thing. It was real nice. You know what I'm saying? And while I was there, I was able to. I was actually backstage and saw Peasy, and I was like, it was like right after all of the, all of the East Side, West Side shit that everybody was going through, and it was kind of coming to a close. So
Right.
everybody was, you know what I'm saying? I felt like it was time, to chop it up, because me and Peasy always knew each other. We had mutual friends or whatever, so we I was just like, shit, man, we probably need to just do something, man. Let's do something. And we exchanged numbers and we made it happen. That's how 696 came about.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah.
That's a good
yeah,
song.
That was one. A payroll beat. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? We couldn't lose. Jerry video, we couldn't lose. It was a nice one. Shout out to Peasy.
Shout out to Peasy.
Absolutely.
Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry, my dog. Yeah.
Shoot. So then, okay. So you came back. You got back to the money.
Yeah.
And now we're here, present day.
Right.
You done dropped a few songs. You done dropped
Right.
a few more albums. And
Yeah.
now we got I Didn't Realize It. But before we go into I Didn't Realize It, what you bring for show and tell?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, what I bring for show and tell?
Yeah, what you bring for show and tell?
I don't think I'm no weirdo.
No, I'm not gonna think you're a weirdo. This is a safe space. Oh, it's a skull from Cinco de Mayo from when you was passing out your
No, it's
Oh.
it was
Dia de los Muertos. It's part of the Day of the Dead. I don't know what that's called in Spanish.
it's a damn bald head motherfucker. But
Dog.
we so look,
All right.
started happy birthday party and like a paint shit thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a
Showing you showed it in front of the camera. I
like
think the
when you-
siempre is
like when
getting to me. You
like
know
when
I don't drink.
You know when you go places to paint,
Yeah.
painting with a twist type shit or something. I don't know. Don't give me the line. So we fucking around, and I'm like, shit. Everybody was picking little things that they wanted to paint, and I grabbed that, and I was like, I just got to make the teeth yellow and the eyes red. You know what I'm saying? And then painted like the shits that look like flowers, the green things and everything, and painted the head black. And then they had to make it shiny though. I didn't like they. It took it was like a 2-week process or whatever they did.
They had to put it in the kiln, I think, to for the paint to, cause I think that's made out of clay.
Maybe it was like it's a weird material.
It's just a
when you scratch it.
ceramic.
Yeah, ceramic.
Yeah, so they had to put it in the kiln to bring out, and I think you had to put a gloss over. I took ceramics back in high
Yeah, they
school.
probably did. I didn't.
Yeah,
I just painted it.
You
and
just
they
painted
did
it.
the
Yeah,
rest
they
of
probably
it.
had to put like a gloss over
So
it.
in like 2 weeks, we had to go pick everything up.
Yeah.
But it always sit on my dresser. I just look at it sometimes like.
Move that juice bottle, please. See it, take away from the. No, I'm just saying to take away from the aesthetics. Yeah.
I thought you wanted
No,
some more
I
juice.
still got some more. Where you at? Are you? Are you? Do you need a refill too?
I'm gonna fix myself if I need. I don't know about you. I'm gonna get myself together. You hear me?
Scooch, I can't believe you got me over here drinking.
Siempre.
Siempre, always. Okay, so, but tell me, what does it mean to you though? Like, why is it important to you?
It was just.
Was it sentimental for you?
It just reminded me of my daughter. Kind of. It was one of her birthday. It was her birthday party, and it was it was a nice time. We had family there, and it was just something different. Something I never did before, and I liked the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to my producer Zach. He making sure we look good.
Yeah.
You know what? You bring up your daughter a lot. You bring up your family a lot. You a family man.
Yeah,
You're a
family
family
oriented.
man.
And family oriented, man. It's I grew up like that though. We can't go around that. You gotta take care of them. You gotta be with your family.
No, for real.
It ain't always about money either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't always about
running through women and
You know, people do what they do, but it ain't always about money. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about what you can get them or what you know. It's mostly about time. You know what I'm saying? Because some
yeah,
kids don't even know what money is, don't know the value
yeah.
of stuff. They just want their parents. You know what I'm saying?
How has fatherhood changed you?
Uh,
Oh,
it has changed me a lot in the sense of having to sit my punk ass down. You know what I'm saying? And being and having to you know what I'm saying, having to accept a lot of shit, having to take a lot of shit.
because that's
You know
your
what I'm saying?
legacy.
Shit ain't perfect. Everything ain't perfect. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
of course.
So it's like it's just mostly about it's just mostly about balance. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like sometimes it's like checks and balances. It's like is the juice worth the squeeze? Like a lot of the time, like if you running around, you know what I'm saying, and you doing shit, and it could possibly have you in a weird position, and then your kids looking for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I done been through a lot. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like I
yeah.
done been locked up, and I done been, you know, in a lot of near-death situations, like for real, you know. And it's like, some stuff just don't be worth it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at it when I think about how my family has changed. You know.
Shout out to the missus again for holding it down and keeping everything together. It's the power of a good woman, and a good woman is it goes a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I know a lot of guys who got women who you know, I mean, you know, proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's certain stuff a
Facts,
man supposed to do, and certain stuff a woman supposed to do. You know what I
facts.
mean?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of dudes don't know how to change a tire, and a lot of women don't know how to, you know, I don't know.
I remember my homegirl. I was telling her this is a long time ago. I was talking to this guy, and I was telling her like, yeah, he was trying to, but he didn't know how to change the tires. She called AAA, and she's like, "You're talking to a guy who doesn't know how to change a tire." Oh,
Yeah,
she's a
for real,
Taurus too,
man. At some
Lauren.
point,
She's
yeah.
a Taurus too. I'm talking about you, Lauren. She was like, click,
Yeah,
like.
at some point in life, like you never ran across a time where you needed to change a tire
Change the tire.
or change a battery in a car or like or change a tail light or you know just simple stuff like it's like stuff that you know that men supposed to know how to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't you know a lot of stuff is taking stuff apart and putting it back
And
together.
putting it back together.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
common sense, like you know what I'm saying. But like I said, that's where my granddaddy came in at, because he was a big country guy from Louisiana who came here and worked at the plants since he was 17 and retired and went back home.
Shout out to your grandfather.
Yeah, stuff like that. So it's like you know certain
Patriarch.
stuff stick with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You learn how to do certain shit, and you know I'm not only a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I know I do a lot of shit. You feel me? I like cars. I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I shoot pool. I shoot
You
dice.
always talking about some Forgiatos in your
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah, you know, but that's a part of the exaggeration. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got a pair on the way though. I got a pair on the way. I'm about to, you know, that I'm
Okay.
working on. But
Okay.
you know, that's a part of it.
Yeah.
I love cars though, man. I'm a car head. Like a lot of people be always like, yeah, jump in the real estate game and this that the other. Like I can probably do the same thing with cars and you know, come up with probably the well, not the same, but you know, if it's enough cars, you know, cars is real lucrative as well, and they going up in value. So, and I
Yeah.
like cars, and it's something that I like to do. I would like to do as a hobby.
I feel you. I don't know nothing about no cars though. I'm pretty princess over here. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, the
No,
tire's flat.
I'm not no mechanic or nothing, but it's just certain shit.
Maybe you know certain things. I don't know
it's
shit.
certain shit you could take off.
I
And
don't know
put
a
back on.
damn thing.
You know
I
what I'm
really
saying?
just yes. I don't know
I
a
love
damn
them.
thing.
You know, you learn from them old schools. You got a lot of dudes.
No facts.
You got a lot of dudes who come in the game driving rentals or something, you know, and they got AAA and they got this, that, the other, and they don't know, you know what I'm saying? I started out with cars with carburetors and motherfucking, you know, I'm catching flat tires with my rims and I gotta take my spinner off and put my, you know, I had, you know, it's a lot of shit I had to learn, you know, you can't just like.
You a man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just certain stuff you gotta.
You a man.
You just don't want to be calling people for every
For
little
everything.
thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
And like even now, like now it's like YouTube. You can down there YouTube anything, and I don't even like. If I know what I'm doing, I'm not about to just YouTube some shit, bro. Like that's for girls, kind of like girls kind of can look up shit and YouTube shit. If you be on some bullshit, like man, I don't feel like it. A girl, I need to got my hands up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you.
But for a nigga to not be able to even do that, for you to not even be able to YouTube some shit and change some shit for a girl or something, then your girl pumping gas and shoveling snow and shit. Like it's just certain shit that like
that man's supposed to do.
Yeah, you know,
I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you. I'm be down with the gender roles. I'll be down with the gender roles.
You know, it's a slight twist in it now though. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know, a lot of relationships dealing with role reversals type shit now too. But
I mean, just living with the world that we living in nowadays. I mean, it'd be like
I don't want to go too deep though.
Yeah, let's not even. We
gonna be to finish this bottle.
Listen, because I'm already like, I can't believe you got me over here drinking. Okay, but no, listen, the new album dropping October 28th. I didn't realize it. Where did that name come from? Like, how did you was like, what did you not realize? What did you not realize that made you? And on top of that, you have way more features on here that you've ever had on any of your album. You got Babyface Ray on here.
Absolutely.
You've got.
I'm still trying to get that cleared too, man. We gotta get that. We gotta figure that shit out.
You gotta get that cleared. The album art.
That shit's so fire. Like okay, man. It's like that. Babyface Ray, All-Star JR,
GT. Listen, let me tell you something. GT used to scare the fuck out of me. He used to date one of my homegirls.
What GT? He a real car nigga too.
Listen, he used to date one of my homegirls. I ain't even gonna drop her name. This is a long time ago, like 2010. And one time we went over there on the east side, and we went to go. Like she was like, "I gotta go stop by her," and I was like, "Okay." And he got in the car with us. And like, soon as he got in the car, he started tripping on her. And I'm looking like, bitch, he about to slap the shit out of both of us. Like, I ain't never been slapped by nobody else nigga before. But this nigga was fucking tripping.
My nigga GT
I was
a nice
scared
guy, man.
I was scared. He was a little, maybe he quote quote now, but I think he was a little hot hair earlier in his life. But bitch, I was scared for my life. I mean, not scared for my life. I'm over exaggerating. But like, I was like, oh shit, like,
oh, he's serious.
He said, yeah, like, bitch, he finna slap both of us. Like, I ain't never been slapped.
Shout out to GT, dog.
Shout out. See, I don't know him at GT. I know him by his name,
Okay,
but I ain't about to do all that. But yeah, and I was just like, bitch, where you got me over here on the east side? I'm just trying to smoke. Like, scare me. He had another friend with him. I was thinking like, oh, he for real about to slap us.
He was for you.
No, he wasn't, because I was in a relationship at that time.
No, you was his work. You pulling up on me.
Well, he ain't nothing happened with, ain't nothing go down with that. But I'm telling you, I was scared. I was like, oh my God, and he younger than me, so I'm like, I ain't never been scared.
So didn't realize it.
Yes, I didn't realize.
So no, but look, the thing behind didn't realize it is like, I got a song on there called "Didn't Realize It." And that kind of drove my whole motivation for the tape. You know what I'm saying? And by you saying all of these features, the features thing was like another thing. It was an idea from the old lady.
Shout out to the missus.
She was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you about to, you know, motherfuckers know you can rap and this, that, the other, but it's like, you know, like, put like it's kind of like trying to put other motherfuckers on it, like like use your resources and do what the fuck you supposed to, like do what everybody not do what everybody else doing, but like spread out, you know what I'm saying, and see what you can do, like get do stuff with other artists, and I'm like, yeah, all right, but nobody that I kind of reached out to, like, bullshitted me. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's good.
So it's like, she kind of opened my eyes to like, well, yeah, I mean, maybe you're right. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody, even guys who out of there, you know what I'm saying? Like, baby, like, Face, he don't owe a nigga nothing. You feel me? He don't have to do that shit. You feel me? It's like, all of these guys who I got on there, are like got stature in this shit. Like these niggas are like, you know, heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
like, and I appreciate all you guys for you know, for you know, helping me out. And I got a funny story about Babyface because we was supposed to do something together. It just wasn't the right time. We didn't have the right beats. It wasn't just, you know, it just wasn't the right time. So he had hit me and was like, I got one for us. Hit me up. And I'm like, shit. I'm in my head like, shit, I got one for us too. You know what I'm saying? I already had it in my mind that I was gonna get with him about it. So it was like, shit, send that bitch. Let me hear that bitch. And I'm like, oh yeah, this hard as hell. I for sure got this. So then I'm like, I sent him that bitch, but it was like a rough draft of it. But I sent it to him, and I'm like, all right, now I don't like this part. Don't really listen to this part. Just, you know what I'm saying? He like, oh no, I fuck with that shit. Woo woo. I'm like, shit, bet. He like, I'm like, shit, I'm going to the studio Friday. It was like a Monday. I'm like, I'm going to the studio Friday. I'm gonna send that bitch over as soon as I do it. And he like, all right, bet. And I'm like, when you think you gonna have the one for me? You know what I'm saying? When you think you gonna have the one that I sent you? And he didn't say nothing. And the next morning, I got a text from Face, and it's the verse.
Wow.
And I'm like, this nigga sent me his verse before I sent him mine.
Your verse.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I'm like,
he was
oh, yeah.
working.
I'm like, oh yeah, he an animal. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but it's that type of work ethic that people because it was no way possible. Because he like sent it over. I'm in the studio right now. I'll do that bitch. And I'm like, yeah, all right. But I sent that bitch. He did that bitch and sent it the next. Like, I'm like, that's like, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that type of shit so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and he like, man, you don't realize that. He like, you don't understand, like, you know what I'm saying? Back then, like, you was, like, you helped me through some shit, and you don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Real talk, like, you know, shout out to Face, you know what I'm saying?
Shout
like,
out to Babyface, right?
That shit is, you know what I'm saying? And that's huge though, man, cause like this nigga is like out of there.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? He, you know, for him to reach out to me and be like, I got one for you, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to be on something that he got too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
so
out
like,
here.
Yeah, it's like shit. I was, you know, it kind of, you know, made me feel like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying?
People really be fucking with you.
Yeah, like something, you know what I'm saying? Something can really happen from this shit if I just keep doing.
If you
know,
just keep going,
just keep doing what I'm doing.
stay consistent.
Like people noticing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But Mac Nichols, GT, All Star JR. I got Selena Jordan on one of my favorite ones on the track. Selena Jordan.
Shout out to Selena Jordan. Yes. Everybody's from the city. Everybody is from the city on there too.
But these niggas is major. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, this is it's a big thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then me and my homeboy, we got so much music. Like me and all my niggas, like Dope Boys Cash Out, we got so much music. Like I feel like I should just save all of that shit that we got for when we drop our, you know, our
group album. Yeah. Which that needs to be. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next on the group album. Absolutely. I think what's the next one that needs to come out? We Run the City. Would it be like volume 4?
We don't. And you know, we don't have a name yet, but it's,
okay. I'm looking forward to that. I'm a big Dope Boys Cash Out fan.
So am I. I promise you this, and I can't wait.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Side note: 30 Day Grind is one of my favorites. Is that you?
And it's wow, yeah.
30 Day Grind. Remember, Zach? I didn't put you up on that one. That when Payroll dropped 10 Stack Commandments. I was like,
and I was the only feature on that. CD.
You were the only feature on that project. Kim and AK did that. That was a great album. Yeah, you were the only.
I was fresh out.
That came out in like December of like 18? Yeah.
So that shout out to Pay. Shout out to Pay, my dog,
24/7.
my brother. That type of thing made me feel, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, that made me feel so good to, you know, just be the only feature on a payroll CD, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, certain stuff like that. Like I had a lot of moments in this music thing.
Talking to your mic.
In this music thing, I had a lot of moments to where it's just like, wow, you know, like people is really fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, it's like, and then you know, it's surreal sometimes because I'm not exactly where I want to be, you know.
But you on your way there, Scooch.
Yeah.
You on your way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're talented.
Absolutely. Appreciate you.
You are talented. You're one of my faves. I love listening to your music. Speaking of music, can we get into this lyrics game that I want to play? I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna do my very best to not rap them, because I do know the songs. I'm gonna do my take your shot. Maybe I should know. I don't think I should drink anymore.
Nah, keep it going. We ain't put a dent in it.
I can't believe you got me drinking some always.
Siempre.
Okay. All right. I do want to ask you about Cash for Casino because I've never heard of them as a producer, but we gonna get into that after I finish this song. After we finish this,
Got you.
My producer is like, stop drinking for you.
No, we good.
Okay, all right. So, okay, this first song. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I don't know. Okay, you remember the Dope by Dre video? I'm just gonna start saying I'm gonna say the lyrics, and you just gotta add to it. And if you can tell me what the name of the song was. Then cool. Gotcha. I'm not even about to ask you what album and stuff like that too. But if you can give me that too, then cool. All right, so this first one. Even when I'm busy, I fit smoking in my schedule. And if I don't smell like trees, then I'm off the edible. Continue.
Edible. Go ahead, give me a little more. I'm sorry.
I'm high. This shit is incredible. I'm always counting revenue.
I know it was on Dre's shit.
No, it's not on Dre's shit.
It's
Dre's
Keith.
on the song. It's on Keith.
That's Sit Back and Watch.
Yep. Rap it. Even when I'm busy, I've been smoking in my schedule. Final smell like trees, then I'm off the edible. I'm high and shit.
Incredible. I'm horrible with that, man. If I probably could listen to it, I might be able to recite it, maybe. But
all right. You remember he was like riding down 6 Mile, heavily sedated.
Riding down
6 miles, sedated. Bitches wish they never would have skated.
I don't know. I'm horrible with that.
Stupid ass crib is bitch so spacious.
So spacious. Don't. It's
all right.
Shout out to Keith, my
Shout out to Keith. Okay, this next one. I came from money, but I wasn't always straight. I maintained when my daddy moved out of state. So these ain't none of my songs. These are your these first this is not just this one is not your song. This one is not your song.
Out of state. Keep going.
I had to hold it down regardless. I started copping weight. And this is way before a nigga started dropping tapes. I was in Cleveland, sewing up.
I was in Cleveland, had it sewed up on the block with on the rock with tape. That's a rock song.
It is a rock song.
Yeah,
you can't stop this.
Yes.
I'ma get money regardless.
Damn.
So the niggas they don't do something, better shoot something. I need blue honeys, I need new money.
This ain't helping. Wasn't always straight.
Right.
When my daddy moved out of state. Fuck.
That's okay. You just be. Yeah. You say you don't listen back to your music, so I ain't even mad at you.
Yeah.
It's facts. All right. Here we go. This one right here.
Keep trying though. Let's get it. Let's keep going.
I keep trying.
No. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is crazy, but damn. And I love these songs. I remember everybody else shit, but I can't remember mine.
That's okay. Here we going. It's easy to put all these verses together. I'm rapping my life like
I'm rapping my life. You've been purping forever. It's urgent. I hope you get burnt.
Yes, it's urgent.
It's easy to put all these verses together. I'm rapping my life. You've been purping forever. It's urgent. I hope you rehearse and get better. I'm write out my music in cursive with feathers. The shit I done seen, shit I done did. I seen my cousin take two to his ribs. Family members got threw out the crib. Granny died while I was doing the bid. Case of Ace of Spades, making plays, spaceship, bust down a presidential bracelet. They didn't think that I would make it. I made it out the basement, my nigga. I just put down there an eighth in the blender. Then I put the shake in the sifter. Nigga, we be eating all year. We don't wait till November. Stick on my hip. We don't wave it on camera. Bitch so thick. We at Jay Alexander's. Yeah. Yeah. What's that in Deep Thought too? In Deep Thought too.
That is Deep Thought. I can't wait for it. No Hook too. I can't wait. I'm excited for that. That's the last track of this new album. I'm excited for that. Okay.
It's different. It's cool. It's nice.
I'm excited. I was like, you know, I'm a fan. All right. This next one. That's a quarter bid. Before I brush my teeth, I would have missed 11 bands if I stayed asleep. The niggas think that I ain't working because I don't be out. My plug told me to chill. He don't want me hot.
That's running through the bag.
My plug continue. He don't want
me hot.
He didn't heard a nigga rap.
You didn't heard a nigga rapping.
He don't like that. But when he passed me, I'll be right back.
Them ain't this. Damn, that ain't your boy. Would you, man? Boy, you swipe. You ain't cash out your rollie. Boy, you swipe that. Damn.
All right.
Damn, bro. I'm fucked up.
All right, here we go. Next one. No exaggeration with.
What? What?
Scooch, I ain't drinking with you no more.
Siempre.
All right, here we go. You a wild motherfucker. I just want to let you know when your lyrics be. I be like, what? Between you and Keith, I be like,
oh no.
No, he be saying, do you remember that one lyric he said? I killed the bitch, and then I wrote my name on her toe tag. Do you not remember? I can't remember what fucking song that was. Y'all just wild. Anyway,
shout out to Keith.
This next one. No exaggeration when I spit. That's probably why your lady on my dick. Why would you put a baby in that bitch? We passing her along, kid gave me an
assist. I'm cruising in the brand new Mercedes on the 6. Don't be big for your bridges. I'll give you a visit.
Only thing you entitled to is your opinion.
A lot of rappers hot because they give you a gimmick.
Little nigga, I'm a Benz, you a Civic. Hey. All right, let's just do another one just for fun. This is fun. I'm gonna close the laptop. I'm gonna do this off the top of my head because
girl, bye.
Fergie around here, the horses model. No, that's my favorite fucking verse. Honestly, that is one of my favorite.
Bub song.
Fergie around here, the horses models. We ain't giving them about dollars. Take this bottle, so just cush. And if she after she get high as fuck, then I'ma try to hit that puss. And if she tell me to beat it, then I'm gone.
Delete it out my phone. You think I need it, bitch? I'm on. I got you, bitch. I got 2 rollies. I know you know what time it is.
Monday I've been grounded, bitch. Yeah. But that's not the one I wanted to say. Cause all right, here we go. They just want to see some young niggas dragging behind. Give me that bag, I'm gonna grind. Like to try it. You mucking up your bitch, you let another nigga crack it. I hope you find out that your man hit your bitch. I'm relating niggas starve and you already rich. Man, that nigga Scooch be going, man. I only speak the real. Sing it. And I tell you how I feel. Singing all my times of hustling. I ain't never, but I'm tired of these streets.
Damn, I hope we get it.
Oh, here we go. I don't respect money. I respect real niggas. And if you owe and put that pistol in your grill, nigga. Niggas that don't hesitate to kill niggas. Know he facing fire, but he gotta keep that steel with him.
That type of shit.
Hell yeah.
That type of shit stick. That's that stick to your ribs type of shit.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
I love it.
I love it. I have to put the lifetime down. We can keep going, but we not.
We good.
We good though. But
Hey, that was great. I appreciate you for knowing all of that shit.
See, I told you. I told you. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Like, I really fucks with DBC heavy. Like, I really like y'all music. I mean, I fuck with a lot of people in the city, but I really just like to listen to a lot of hustle music, just because, for one, I'm an entrepreneur myself, a serial entrepreneur myself.
And
so I
give
really
you that extra. Like,
it just give me that extra. You know what I'm saying? Especially
and then seeing people around. Like,
exactly, like my homegirls. You know, my father was an entrepreneur too, and like I've always wanted to be like. I feel like I have a perfect mix of my parents. Like I have my mother's spirit, and I have my father's like entrepreneur, you know, situation. So when my daddy used to come home, like, "What you bring me?" and he'd be like, "Tell me what you bring." But like, it was always great to see my father wake up every day and just go run his business and do what he had to do to give me a good life. So I just feel like when I have children, or just even for my own legacy, like I feel like it's important for me to keep that going. You know what I'm saying? So like when I hear music, that's why I'm also like a really huge Payroll fan too, because
absolutely. You can't help.
Like he talked that hustle, that motivation to shit. Same with Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? I don't never hear them talking about doing drugs and sipping lean and popping pills. Like, no shades of people that talk about that though, but that's not the stuff that I be on.
That's not what you into. But it's also that's why the shit we do is so special. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of you can't blame people. Everybody got vices. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So it's like we don't judge people. We ain't on that. But it's just certain stuff that we relate to, and there's certain stuff that other people relate to. Like, it's a lot of stuff out here, a lot of music out here that I just can't get with.
Right.
And it'll be even like with like, if you could put all of us in the room, all of the Doughboys in the room, we're not gonna all agree on music.
Yeah.
Like, like we're not gonna agree on our choices and on music, and sometimes it'll reflect on what comes out from each individual, because like that's just how it is,
Yeah. Facts.
Absolutely.
Facts. Yeah. Fuck rack, I'm selling crack. Just kidding.
Sometimes sometimes it get like that. It didn't got like that for me a few times. Fuck rap, I'm selling crack.
And okay, what do you say in that part? Cocaine and make your life change. I'm lit up like I'm
lit up like a night game.
Like a night game.
And I'm out of your
price range. Though you forgot to say the OV part.
Yeah, OV. And that's my little signature, yeah. And I'm out of what do you say?
Yeah, Overlord Scooch.
I'm lit up like a night game, and I'm
out of your price range. OV, that's right. The price going up when this album drop. I'm so excited for you. I'm happy. I'm excited. I can't wait to see you prosper. Like, this is amazing. I feel like you really have a story. In a way, I'm not saying that you are like in your whole like group. You're kind of like the J. Cole. I don't know if I'm on a limb saying that, because you know how he doesn't do a lot of features, and he does a lot of lyric. He's a lyricist.
That was beautiful.
Okay, cool. Cole, thank you. You picking up what I'm putting down.
Cole is like he one of them ones. I fuck with Cole heavy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a lot of niggas like. Yeah.
Yeah, because he a lyricist like you.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put, but yeah, hell yeah, I fuck with J. Cole heavy. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with J. Cole heavy, but I also fuck with niggas like, the niggas who I'm just listening to right now, like, it's just like kind of like I'm getting in the car and I like by myself and turn some shit on, like I'm fucking with them Griselda niggas right now, and it don't help that Bodie James is a part of them, and I had him on my last album. You know what I'm saying? On the fuck was that last one?
You looking at your
Overcame
cup?
Various Losses too.
Overcame various losses.
Which was real slept on, because I just had to go do that time. I just had to go do like 4-5 months from like soon as I dropped it. So I didn't really have time to promote too much of it or whatever. So it kind of just went under the rug, maybe or whatever. But
It was still good.
yeah,
It was still a good
I loved
album.
it. I loved it, and
It was,
you know,
it was
I
still,
tried. I did what I could with it. You know what I'm saying? And just with this one, you know, it's gonna be the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I just want the exposure. I wanted to get into all markets. You know what I'm saying? Get everywhere.
oh, thank you.
And yeah, I just wanted to flourish. You know what I'm saying? I want all of this shit to, and then once they start hearing this shit, like they gonna go back and listen to everything else. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm banking on.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
I know that's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I do. If I get on somebody that got a catalog, it's like I'm gonna check out their other shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it could be, you know, it's new people start liking motherfuckers every day. Like you know, I could get the right motherfucker to hear my shit and I'll be gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel about Larry June for me. That was him for me. Like, oh, I heard one song and I was like, ah.
You went and ran through his shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
good job, Larry.
shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
I ended up seeing him in concert for the first time this year.
you went out there.
I didn't go to the one last week. I went to see him in Cali at the Smokers Fest. I mean, I stayed, like, I got as close as I could. Like, you know, I was hoping to see Chief Keef, but he ain't show up. So, but I was like, shit, at least I'm close enough for Larry June. And that shit was a vibe. Like, I love the Bay. I need to go out there and fuck with the Bay. I got a homegirl that live out there, but I need to be out there a little bit more. But let me ask you some random stuff. Okay, so there's two types of people in this world. There's the people that leave the meat. There's two types of shrimp eaters in this world. There's the shrimp eaters that leave the meat in the tail, and there's shrimp eaters that leave the meat out the tail. Which one are you?
I get it out because if you know how to eat shrimp, you gotta squeeze it in.
I don't even do that. I be like.
But if you squeeze the tail, it's gonna come out easily when you bite it.
That's a new.
You squeeze that part where it's the part where it first started getting hard pulled, like you know what I'm saying when you.
Yeah, like the little end.
It's part of the shell. You know,
yeah.
You squeeze that and it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try that next time. Yeah. I'm gonna have to try it next time. What you think about like the government trying to use like the rappers' lyrics against them? Like, what do you think about that?
Well, they've been doing that for a long time. Once you get in trouble, so like if you ain't really probably doing nothing, then it don't really matter, you know.
Right.
Like, but what I think about it is I don't think that they should be able to use it against you because, like I said, people exaggerate all the time. You're gonna really take what I said literally,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I say I got a Lamborghini and I don't have a Lamborghini, then you should be able to say, oh, he lied on that, so none of his shit is true. Go ahead, say it. I'm capped. Shit, if the government listening, I'm capped. Everything is capped.
Right,
like,
I'm just talking shit.
Yeah, everything is capped. Like I don't even want to. Like I don't need that. Like everything that y'all. If I don't have a Lamborghini, then y'all can't listen to none of this shit and use it.
Right.
You know,
right? Because I'm lying here, so I'm gonna be I'm capping here, and I'm capping on everything. I'm just talking.
I don't want to hear it.
Selling fantasies.
Yeah, I'm making music. You know,
I'm just making music.
Yeah, so
right.
if you listen to
speaking
that,
into existence.
Yeah. So like, I mean, you know, yeah, like you know, I hope they I hope everybody you know comes out of whatever they're trying to do with. Using people's lyrics.
Free Gunna, free Young Thug, YSL, the whole crew. What is the best dating advice that you could give to a woman who's dating in today's society?
Best dating advice?
Yeah.
Give to a woman?
Yeah.
I don't know what type of advice I could give to a woman.
Okay, so what's the best dating advice you can give to a woman that's dating a dude like you?
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know, man. Like, I don't know. I'm full of shit. You know, I tried, but it's like, you know, just do what you doing. Both of us have to concentrate on what we're doing to get to a certain point. You know, like
Yeah.
you gotta support my dreams, and I'm gonna support yours. And but it's not a lot of people that's kind of like me. You know what I'm saying? Like me, with me personally, like a lot of stuff that I used to do, I I don't do anymore. Like I don't, I'm not in the streets no more. Like so I don't know like what other kind of guys probably doing right now. Like I don't. I'm
That's
just not in the
facts.
streets no more. Like I don't do what I used to do. I don't sell drugs. I don't. Um, I'm just trying to do. I'm trying to do everything with this music right now. And but if you got somebody that just ain't got nothing going on with the, if you
I
just
mean,
if,
not me.
no, but I'm just saying if you messing with a guy and like he rapping, but it's like he don't got like kind of like nothing going on, and you kind of can like see it. Like, I mean, you can believe in him at some point, but it's like, you know what I'm saying. But it's not up to you to know somebody's potential, you know.
Right. And you can't find love with potential either.
Yeah,
Not for
like
real.
potential, kind of like not even a real word. Kind of like you kind of gotta like put work towards the potential. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause there's a lot of niggas that can rap, but they don't. Like even me, like I'm not gonna do everything that it takes to. I mean, everything that it might take to flourish, because it's gonna take away from some of the shit that I believe in. You know.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
simple as that.
You got morals.
Yeah.
That's facts. Okay. So I got the last two questions. Who is Scooch? The different Scooch, Doughboy Scooch versus Overlord Scooch. Scooch from Brock's Tale versus Scooch from I Never Saw. I didn't realize it. Who the difference between both of them now?
The difference between them two is just growth.
Let me say
Just
that the
different
biggest difference.
the growth, different behavior, just different mindsets, um, different styles, different attributes. Um, everything is everything is different except the skill. I always had skills. I always was able to put words together and pick music and have a good ear for music
I can agree with that.
just putting things together, putting the pieces together. But the last guy was a lot hungrier and a lot more worried about what people thought about him. The younger guy, more worried about what people thought about him, and more worried about acceptance. And this guy now is just kind of more family oriented, more focused on his music career versus being in the streets and hustling and trapping and rolling and sipping lean and smoking weed and you know what I'm saying, trying to crack everything. And you know what I'm saying, it was just it's just different now, you know what I'm saying, but it just come with age.
Yeah.
And now I'm just completely focused on the music, and I'm 10 toes down with it. I stopped everything else that I was doing just to do this, and it ain't easy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
It's not easy putting, you know what I'm saying, spending spending when you don't necessarily when you necessarily can't afford it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, on this music shit. Like, it get deep. It's not cheap. That's why, like, you running into you like pandemic time, you was running into a lot of people that wanted to rap. But like now, it's like people ain't got no extra money to be spending on no studio
Right. It's
time.
like an expensive hobby.
Yeah, you not doing that. You
Career,
don't see a lot of
yeah.
that right now. You know what I'm saying? And the guys right now that's doing it are guys that are solidified. That's kind of, you know what I'm saying, that's serious about their craft and about perfecting their craft. And that's just where I'm at with it right now. You know, I don't got too much longer to you know be trying to, break into the rap game. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I feel like it's my time right now.
This
You
is
know,
your time.
yeah. So so I just gotta just keep pushing, keep moving forward with this music shit, and
And
it's
like
gonna work.
if you were to, and this is not gonna happen, but if you were to die tomorrow, what do you want your legacy to be? What kind of legacy you desire to leave behind?
I don't know. I want to leave it all in the music for sure. I want everybody to know that a nigga was talented and a nigga tried, and a nigga loved his family, and a nigga loved his friends, and he just tried. He tried his hardest, and yeah, that's really it. He supported whatever he could. He he helped out. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the best legacy you kind of can have. You know what I'm saying? Like when they say a person rich, I know I would be considered rich. You know what I'm saying? People will look at where I live and type of cars. You know what I'm saying, that we transported in, and this, that, the other. But uh, like we all know what rich really is. It's like you got family that's around you, that they all love you and they all respect you and they all hold you up to a standard. And rich not just about you know having on hand cash and being able to give everybody 50,000 when they got an idea. So it's like yeah, just a supportive uh supportive mean motherfucker, or sort of say. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes I could be um I could, of course, I could be an asshole for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you a Taurus. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
No
So
doubt
so
about
it's like,
that.
to my
Not in the
parents.
slightest.
So to my parents and to my family, to all my friends, you know, I just I got love for so many people, and I know that people got a lot of love for me, and I just don't want nobody to just don't forget me. Just how I keep my people alive through these words. You know what I'm saying, and through my thoughts. Like,
Through your music.
yeah, through the
Your
music.
music.
But
And pray that you stay in your right mind, and that I know this whole thing with Kanye, like
yeah, I don't even um
having the
yeah,
right people around you.
right, not having everybody around you that's just gonna tell you, yeah, you right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people gonna tell me, like, a lot of people that I be around, they don't care. They don't give a fuck. They gonna tell me whether, like, if I'm in the studio with somebody, they gonna tell me like, oh no, I ain't. That's why I like to go by myself, and that's probably why he do that. He probably like to. He probably do have people that tell him like, man, you kind of tripping, but that's why he kind of be by himself a lot. He go a lot of places by himself.
Yeah.
But he the recent comments that he been making, I don't know what to take from it, or
Same.
what to not. It's just he just being who he always showed us that he's been. Um, I don't know. Shit, the
Shit.
motherfucker a billionaire. Shit, I don't know. And you
Right.
don't know how you would be if you was a billionaire
Right.
and
That's
you
facts.
around a
That's
bunch of
facts.
motherfuckers who. But at the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's about how people look at you when you got it. He don't know who to be when he in the face of people and everybody looking at him like, oh, he a billionaire. He don't want no attention to be off of him. So he'd do anything to keep the attention on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ever? I know you didn't even probably ran across guys who who blessed, who got, way more than a lot of other people, but they can't get nobody to care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I run into guys like that all the time. Like you got this, you got that, but it's like you got more than everybody, and you just still want all the attention on you. So what does that make you? Because I'm all right. It's people who be mad at your potential, not what you got, not what you have done, not with your accolades. It's people who really hate on your potential, and them the type of people that you gotta watch out for.
Mm.
Yeah. That's what I get from the whole Kanye thing. Like he just want the attention on him, and when it's not on him, he try to do something to bring it back
Get it back on him.
by any means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do agree with what you said about your legacy and leaving what you want your legacy to be. Because when you leave this world, that's really all you have, and you have your legacy through what you do, and through your children, and the family that you have and the foundation you have set.
Yep.
When you have a son now, and you have a daughter, but your son is a whole different type of relationship. It's another way of leaving your legacy behind.
Absolutely.
And I totally believe in you, and I'm really excited to see you grow, and I'm excited to see you flourish and to see you prosper. Like,
Thank you so much. Appreciate
I think
you.
it's gonna be amazing. I'm happy to be a fan of yours.
Oh my God.
Like, I love to
to
listen
hear
to
that.
your music.
I love to hear that.
I got you on my bag music playlist. When
Absolutely.
it comes, when I'm getting money, when I'm getting pumped.
Yeah. Cause it's like that. It ain't just all about, and that's where people get misconstrued too. Like, this ain't no just super J. Cole shit. This shit
Right.
is like, I done been through the real shit too.
Yeah, you've
Like,
been through some shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done been
Yeah.
up there. I done been all right. You know what I'm saying? A few times. I done been broke. I done been loaded.
Right.
So it's like, I got stories on both ends. So it's like, what I'm saying? Just check me out. Listen to me. We didn't realize it.
Didn't realize it.
Like, what I'm saying? We didn't realize it. Like, if you look at the cover, it's like all of these pictures of me and all my niggas when we was little. You know what I'm saying? And like family members, and it's like we didn't realize that it would be like this now.
Right.
And that's just where I'm at with that whole album. And it's like, but it got all of those other guys implemented into the music, but that's where I wanted to focus on with this album. Yeah.
But I'm excited. I can't wait to attend your listening party and to listen. I'm
Absolutely.
excited to have some new faves. Excuse the background noise. I am so grateful. I'm so thankful that you took time out of your day to be here on Show and Tell, to talk with me so other people can listen, to tell your story.
Absolutely.
To just kick it, you know what I'm saying? Like the siempre, the always, you always got me over here buzzing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have so much gratitude right now. Like, it's just been great to sit down and chat with you. One of my faves. I love your
Absolutely.
music. Like, I'm so excited. Like I said, I'm so excited to see you prosper. Like, this is exciting. I feel like I'm kind of on the journey with you.
Absolutely. Yes, you are. And we gonna get there.
Facts, for
We gonna
sure,
get
for
there.
sure, for sure. We're definitely going to get there. Thank you to all of you who have tuned in today for this episode with Overlord Scooch. Make sure you stream, make sure you purchase. I didn't realize it. October 28th. 8th. Make sure you listen to all the other Bronx Tale, Bronx Tale 2, Overcame Various Losses, Overcame Various Losses 2. Make sure you stream that music, all the Doughboys, Cash Out crew. Like, shout out to y'all. Much love to y'all. Shout out to Siempre Tequila. Got me over here buzzing. Always. Shout out to my team. Take Media Productions is another Take Media Productions. Shout out to Replay Cafe for
I needed to do something else than be on the street selling drugs and just being out there every day. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get into something. Because that's the tripe life. That's the life that's out there when you live in that type of place. You know what I'm saying? The strong survive. I was one of the strong, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And then I just followed on with my dream to make a record.